everyone, welcome to Clickly. Today we will learn about UI Editor. How is the interface where RAM selects between the two treasures made? The UI Editor is used to add the software's human-computer interaction, operation logic, and interface aesthetics in general. We usually use components such as picture, text, button, etc. to interact with players on the interface, thereby enriching and enhancing their game experience. First of all, let's talk about an important concept in UI Editor: parent node and child node. Parent node is the base content. Child node is the content superimposed on the parent node. For example, set a picture as the parent node, button A as child node 1 and button B as child node 2. Then, buttons A and B are superimposed on the picture. Button A and button B are parallel. If the parent node is deleted, then all child nodes will be deleted together. The UI component in Clickly includes button, picture, model, text, input, progress bar, slider, list, tab, and so on. The UI only has the function of display. We usually use UI Editor and Trigger together to achieve the functions we want. Step 1. Trigger components. Place the unit RAM on the map. Draw a circle region near to the elder and name it Select Area. We will use picture, text, button A and button B to make today's UI. Step 2. Edit the UI. Open the UI Editor. Right-click under the panel to create a new widget. Rename the new widget to Panel Select. First, we need a picture as the base plate of the selection interface. So, select picture and drag it to the center of the canvas. Then, we can drag it to the anchor to adjust the size of the picture. We can edit the size more precisely in Properties, under Location and Size. We can also change the image style of the picture. Double-click the background image and select a style you like and click Confirm. We also need a title for the selection interface. Select text, drag it to the canvas, adjust its position and size. Go to Properties, Text Style, enter the title. Please choose a treasure you like in the text box. Then adjust the color and size of it under Text Style to make it look better. Besides the base plate and title, we still need two buttons for the players to choose from. Select and drag a button to the canvas. Adjust the position and size and background image as you like. Enter Magic Ring in the text box and adjust the size and color. For the second button, we can right-click the first button to copy and paste a new one. Adjust the position, change the text to Magic Cloak, and the second button is done. In addition, we can add icons of the two treasures to make the UI more beautiful and show what the treasures will look like to the players. Select and drag to add a picture. Double-click Background Picture to go to Items and select an icon of ring to be the magic ring. Repeat the steps to add the icon of Magic Cloak. Adjust their size and position as you like. Lastly, we need to adjust the parent-child node. We set the base plate to be the parent node. Drag title, button ring, and button cloak into base plate as parallel child nodes. Then drag icon ring into button ring to be button ring child node. Drag icon cloak into button cloak as well. After finishing the UI design, we need to add events for button ring and button cloak. Select button ring to go to events. Click the plus sign to add an event. Rename the event, choose ring. Select no event and choose click for the event settings. Repeat the steps to add an event. Choose cloak for button cloak. As the selection interface should be invisible before being triggered, we need to select the parent node, base plate. Go to Properties and uncheck Visible. The UI editor setting is finished now. Let's continue to edit the triggers. Step 3. Edit the trigger. When RAM enters the region we preset, the selection interface will appear. Select button A, the information bar on the left prompts content A. Select button B, the information bar on the left prompts content B. The first trigger. Enter the region. Add an event. Select Unit, Generic Unit, Event in Region. Enters the circle region. Select Area we preset. Add a condition. Select Unit, Unit Class Operator to compare the unit class. The unit class for get unit involved in the event should equals RAM. In Action, select UI Display Widget animated to display the UI component base plate with no animation to player 1. The second trigger, choose Ring. Event, select UI, Widget Event. Select Choose Ring for the UI event. Add an action to hide the UI. Widget UI component base plate with no animation from player 1. Add another action. Select Game, display info to player left to display RAM, choose the magic ring to player 1. The third trigger, choose Cloak. We can copy and paste the second trigger and rename it to Choose Cloak. An event, modify the UI event to choose Cloak. So far we finished all the settings of the UI and triggers. Let's enter the game and test the effect. How are you doing so far? Did you get it? Now it's time to have a quick review. UI Editor is used to add the software-human-computer interactions, operation logic, interface aesthetics in general. We learned the relationship between parent node and child node in the UI Editor. We design a simple selection interface in the UI Editor and we'll learn how to edit the corresponding triggers. Next class, we will learn about Mover. Until next time!